Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. In this one today, I'm going to give you 5 ways that you can increase the retention of your social media marketing clients. Now, just before we jump into that, if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell and make sure you join the family. And also, just before we jump into it real quick, if you are on the edge about enrolling into my Social Media Marketing Academy program, just so you know, at the end of September, the price is going to be increasing substantially. I'm going to start doing some live events, which are going to be completely free of charge. So if you haven't enrolled yet and you're on the edge whether or not you should enroll, I highly recommend you jump in now before the price increases at the end of September. Check out the sales page down below. You can see all the extra bonuses that you're going to get, and it's an absolute steal of a price at the moment. So make sure you don't miss out. Enroll now below before the price increases. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way, let's jump into the first way that you can increase client retention. So the first way that you can increase your client retention is by being proactive instead of reactive. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, let's say you have a report and you agreed to do reports on the first of the month for your clients. You want to make sure that you're proactive in getting that report to them. You shouldn't be reactive, meaning you shouldn't have to wait for them to ask for a report. If you agreed on the first of the month, it should already be in their inbox. You should have already messaged them in the Slack channel and ensure they have it on time. That's proactivity instead of reactivity, okay? You're not reacting to a message and playing catch up, you're being proactive, ensuring it's done ahead of time. Another example, let's say you run Facebook ads for an e-commerce, be proactive and recommend they set up their product catalog. Be reactive and request discount codes for retargeting in your ad campaigns to help with conversions. Instead of them, again, messaging you and saying, do you think we should start doing discounts? Do you think I should set up a catalog for the store so we can run DPA ads? And then you having to react to that. You're then playing catch up instead of being ahead of the game. If you want to retain your clients, you need to come across professional, you need to be punctual, and you need to be proactive instead of reactive. Okay, so that's tip number 1. The second way that you can increase client retention is by making sure you put results first and get good results. Now, I know this is extremely obvious, but the amount of people who understand this but don't implement it is ridiculous. And I understand this, trust me, I know when you first start a business, all you want to do is increase your revenue and focus on getting more and more clients. And whilst that is extremely important to do, make sure you're not focusing too hard on getting new clients that you end up just disregarding the ones that you already have. Because all that's going to happen is you're going to end up in this vicious circle that I have been in before when I started my agency, which is you onboard clients, you lose clients. You onboard clients, you lose clients. Instead, the easiest way that you're going to make money in your business is to retain the customers that you already have, okay? So make sure you put results first. If you're automating your business and you're hiring, train people well or hire the top 1% experts. Don't be afraid to pay a bit extra, okay, to make sure you get the best quality for your clients, because over the long term, they're gonna stay longer because you're making them a ton of money with your ads, with your marketing, all right? If you're doing results yourself, if you're the one running the ad campaigns, guess what? Invest into your self-education, learn Facebook advertising, copywriting, okay? Learn marketing core principles so you really can get them the best results possible. And if you do that, you're going to retain your clients for as long as you possibly can, all right? If you're getting them fantastic results, it's very unlikely that they're gonna leave you. I know this is extremely obvious, and if you knew this already, then to most of you at least, why aren't you doing it? Put results first, invest into your self-education, and hire great people. So the third tip here is very similar to something I mentioned in tip 1, but that is just to send reports on time, all right? What I've noticed myself is, especially if you work with the ideal client, especially if you set expectations well, you shouldn't be needing to message your clients every single hour of the day, every day of the week. It's just not necessary, okay? A lot of the reason that they're hiring you isn't just because you're an expert, but it's also because you're freeing up their time, and they probably don't know how to do it themselves. And what I found is they don't ask for much, clients don't ask for much. They're not in the ad accounts every single day if you, again, work with the right clients, but most of the time, all they want is just to be kept in the loop, all right? So make sure you're sending your reports on time and send in-depth but easy to understand reports. You don't need to, again, send them a really ugly spreadsheet with a ton of numbers that's just going to confuse them. Break it down, tell them all the important numbers. Again, if you're generating them leads, tell them the amount of leads, the cost per lead, etc., etc. If it's an e-commerce store, if it's selling other products, tell them the amount spent, the return on ad spend, the amount of add to carts, initiate checkouts, show them a couple of the best performing ads, show them the ROAS. There's so much you can do and make it look clean and simple, easy to understand, as opposed to A, not sending them on time, B, not sending them at all, or 3, sending them but then being extremely confusing. All right, so send reports on time, keep your clients in the loop, and make it easy and clear, and make reports professional, and it will help you keep your clients for longer. I promise you that. So the fourth tip on how to retain your clients for longer is really, really important, and it actually starts before you get your client, and that is to ensure you set expectations and make sure the expectations are clear. The amount of times when I first started my business that I would speak to a client and I would massively overpromise and then underdeliver just so I can land the client, and then I lose them a week later or 2 weeks or a month later because I've promised up here, it's things that I cannot achieve, and therefore they're unhappy and they end up leaving me. No retention whatsoever, 1-2 months max, and they were gone. I've made that mistake. Don't do it. Okay, it's better to set realistic expectations and then surpass them or meet them, because if you set the expectations in the first call, in your discovery call, and they agree to that, they cannot be annoyed, they won't leave, okay? If you say to them, look, I need a 90-day commitment, it's gonna take at least 90 days to get some real solid results here. Also, you know, we're gonna spend X amount month one, we may break even, we may profit. But again, you know your business, right? You set the expectations, it's a case-by-case basis. Every client is different, but you know, you set those expectations realistic as to what you think you can achieve, set them, get a 90-day commitment, and then when they agree, they cannot possibly get annoyed at you, they're not gonna leave when results weren't as expected, all right? And if you don't set the expectations, clients may have really unreasonable expectations, and it's not necessarily because they're being unreasonable, it may be just because they don't understand. They may think month one, without ever running Facebook ads before, they can generate 10 grand in revenue, month one with $100 in spend. Again, that is not gonna happen for most businesses, but it's just a lack of understanding from their point of view, right? So if you go and work with that person and you end up not generating anywhere near the 10 grand, they're going to leave you and blame you. But that could have all been avoided if you just set the expectations, gave them the information, told them it's going to take a bit longer, you can get results, maybe it's going to take 30 days, 60 days, etc., etc. But if you set those expectations and they agree to it, you're going to keep your clients for a longer time. So the fifth and final way to ensure you retain your clients is a very powerful one. Very, 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 very powerful. And that is to ensure your communication is good and your communication is clear. Now, I don't necessarily mean just replying to messages quickly, okay? That goes without saying. If they message you, don't wait 3 days to reply. Now, you don't have to reply within 2 minutes. You don't have to constantly be on lookout, checking your emails, checking Slack. You don't have to do that. You know, if they message you 10 o'clock at night, most of the time, unless it's urgent, the response can wait until the morning. But obviously don't leave it 2-3 days without reply. That's completely unprofessional. They're not going to like that. Communication ensures that everything is going to run efficient, everything is going to run smooth. All right, I use Slack. I also highly recommend you use Slack inside of your business and you keep communication inside of there. But what I really mean when I'm saying make sure your communication is good, it is just to send them regular updates. If you're doing good, make sure your clients know you're doing good. If you get a purchase, you set up a retargeting ad and it gets a 50x ROAS, you know, it spends $2 and gets a $100 purchase, screenshot it and pop it in the chat, show them, tell them how good you're doing. Because what that's going to do, it's going to associate you with good results. Every time they open Slack, they open their emails, they have a message from you. Wow, Brad's got 100x ROAS, he's got this, he's got that. So when the next month comes around, they don't have all these negative thoughts with you, they only have positive ones, and they're going to stay with you because of that. So that's so important. Now, also with that, it doesn't have to be anything groundbreaking. It could be just a simple update. Okay, just so you know, we've gained 100 followers this week, or we've gained 400 followers this week, or we set up this ad, this didn't perform so well, but this one did, so next week we're going to double down our spend on this, and hopefully we can hit a more positive ROAS. Give them and give your clients updates every couple of days. Every time you get any kind of good results, show them, and again, make sure you're replying within a reasonable amount of time. And it does help here. I'm not saying you have to be best friends with your clients, but build a bit of rapport with them, okay? Be friendly with them, build a real relationship, because if you do become, again, you got to remember that they are clients, but if you can become friends with your clients as well, that's only going to help. And also, I'm not saying you have to necessarily become best friends with your clients, but build some rapport and do, create a friendship between you. Because if you do that, think about it, if you're friends with your clients and, something happens, maybe, I don't know, your social media page disconnects from Hootsuite and a post doesn't go out one day. If it's just an honest mistake, but you're friends with your clients, you tell them, and then maybe you post 2 the next day, they're gonna be a lot more understanding of that than maybe if you're not friends with your clients. So build a relationship, generally care about them, have good communication, and it's really, really going to help. All right then guys, that is it for this video. Thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget that the link to the Social Media Marketing Academy program is going to be down below. Make sure you enroll before the price increases. Honestly, the success stories of that program have been incredible. I've had several students hit 6 figures by utilizing the Upwork and freelance outreach method that I teach inside of that program. I also go a lot more in detail about how you can retain your clients and how you can get the best results for your clients using social media management, using Facebook ads, how to automate and build a team of top 1% experts. It's literally an A to Z step-by-step blueprint that has got incredible results. So if you're interested in that and you want to join before the price increases, that's linked down below. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and take care.